Okay, we're going to show you how long it takes to change a bag out after it's drained and get a new batch started for tomorrow's treatment. This is what the empty bag looks like after it's all drained out. And this is what it looks like after I get it all rolled up and ready to go into my trash. And I always take the tape that I've used on my table, that I use to hang my tape for going on and coming off. I use that tape that I use for that for a second use, and I tape this up so it doesn't come unrolled, so it takes up less room when I throw it in the trash. And now that one's in the trash bag. Now I'm ready to wipe everything down with a bleach wipe so I can go ahead and get everything ready for my tomorrow's treatment. So now I'm going to do that. And now I'll go get my bag and get ready to put the new bag in. I'll be right back. when you put your sack in, you always want to make sure when you press the go button to initialize that when it says open the door and load sack, my sack number is 407. You want to make sure that that sack number matches the sack that your doctor has prescribed for you and the sack that you have on hand to put in. Each time you go through a phase, like when you open the door, it'll tell you to open the door and to load sack, and then it'll tell you to load the sack number, and then it tells you to close the door, and then after the door is closed, there's instructions that comes up on the door all throughout the process telling you what your next step is. And right now it's telling me to connect these lines. And when I'm doing this, I pull all my lines outside of the tub, and then I take these two lines that are coming out of the bottom of the door and out of the side of the chute over there, and I pull them and fold them down, and then when I close my door will close and shut. And I push the green button that says go, and it now comes up and it'll say self-testing. Pardon me, but just trying to get you over here so you can see, and it goes through a series of safety tests, and in a few minutes, if everything passes test, it will come up to where it says making batch, and at that time, okay, we got an inlet high pressure. So for that, I'm going to have to stop and press the go key, or press the stop key. And then it says continue go or to drain stop. Well, just for inlet high pressure, there's a lot of construction going on around me right now, and so our pressure to the house might be a little high, and therefore a little bit of pressure prematurely could be coming into the unit through the filter. So I'm going to drain the pressure off of that by just simply taking the white line that's over here, the little white clamp, and clamping it shut. Then I'm going to get my bucket that I use when I'm making my bath, or using my, when I'm actually in the process of getting on and coming off. I use this as my wet bucket. And I unplug this and hold it over the bucket and open up. Then I open up the white clamp so that any pressure, and there's a little bit of pressure on here, which there shouldn't be until it's going. But then I just quite simply close the white clamp, reconnect the water supply elbow, set my bucket aside. I'm going to open the white clamp and press go, the green button. And now it passed that test and it went right on to the next test, which was encoder, and now it's inlet pressure out. And it's going to keep going through a series of tests. And so far, since I started this video, we've been going for about 11 minutes and 12 seconds. And as you can see, it takes a little bit of time after each treatment to clean up and to get everything ready to start a new treatment. While we're waiting on that, I just want to remind everybody that this is Papa Don, and I'm wishing each and every one of you that are watching today to have a great and blessed day. And I pray that things are going well for you. And if you're watching because you're considering dialysis, or you have a family member that's looking at needing dialysis, that this will help you to understand some of what they may go through. And if I'm an old heavy-set guy like myself can do a home hemodialysis, so can you. It just takes a little bit of time to get trained to it. And I've been doing it for 3.5 years now, and so far I've not had not one single infection from doing my home dialysis and treating myself. I have excellent training from Fresenius Dialysis Center, and my doctors there at the Fresenius Clinic. Now we're about to get to the end of this CSC test. It'll either come back and pass that test and go into making batch, which is what I'm expecting it to do. And another thing about if you have an alarm like I had a while ago and you're not familiar with what to do, you can always look in your book, because you keep your book always right where you can reach it and get to it, and you can see what every alarm code is and how to troubleshoot it. Or you can also call into the care team, and they're on 24/7 call. I've had to call them in the middle of the night when my machine was alarming, and they will talk you right through it and help you to come out with the resolution that you need to have to get to where you need to be. And normally CSC test doesn't take this long, but of course because I'm videoing today, it's going to take its time. For most of the 3.5 years that I've been doing this, this big black thing over here in the corner is actually what I call the water filter. They refer to it as your pack. And the pack normally would last me anywhere from, I don't know, 2.5 to 3 weeks, for a pack to expire and have to be changed out. Now, there it just went. As you can see now, it says making batch. And it's got about 5 hours and 58 minutes to go. That's how long it takes for it to make batch. So, with that being said, the alarm is over. I'm going to reach through my door, take a hold of these 2 lines, and I'm going to have to set y'all down. And I'm closing the door. And when I pull down on those lines, I can just push the door shut and then release those lines. as I'm pushing it shut, and just let my hand, those lines catch on the door, so that it keeps them pushed down and allows the door latch to go in and close up there. That's the reason why I pull those lines down the way I do. And now we're making batch. So I can put, this is one of my roll around carts that I have that has medical supplies on it. And there's one that's already back in place. And then I can take this, which is where my medical books are, and my gloves, and of course my paper towels that I use for cleaning stuff up and wiping things down. Put that cart back. Then I can turn around and put this cart back, if I can get my old thumb out of the way. And now I'm not quite taking up the whole living room as I was before. And I can take my trash can here, slide it back over in place over here. Once again, I just want to say that I hope that y'all are having a great, blessed day. This is Papa Don. You know, God is good. He's a great provider. He's provided me with some tremendous training throughout the years and tremendous ongoing training. Periodically, the nurse comes out and watches, makes sure that I'm doing everything in the correct manner, and if I need some tweaking, well, she might correct me on something, but for the most part, I've been blessed to be able to remember everything and do everything the way I've been trained, and the training works if you just do what they tell you. And you can live a good, long time without a kidney. And I'm praying now, and if you're join me and believe in prayer, I'd ask you to remember me in your prayers, as I'm trying to lose enough weight so I can get on the transplant list. And I'm praying that I'm going to be successful in that. I'm doing some things that I haven't tried before, and they seem to be helping. And I had an in-depth visit with my primary care doctor, and I've started a limited, tentative approach to some fasting to help me in my attempt to try to lose weight. I pray that y'all are having a great, blessed day, and I will see you on the next one.